in time, we're in the desert, we're wandering around, and the people start panicking because Miriam passed away. With her, the merit of this wonderful well, overflowing with water, also is gone. They're starting to get thirsty. They're worried. What's with the water? We don't have water. They're complaining. They're whining. They're screaming. They're complaining. They're whining, screaming. And Moshe comes and he's like, I can't take it. I can't believe it. They're coming to me. They're whining. They're complaining. Moshe is kind of whining, complaining about the people whining, complaining, which I totally get. Believe me, I understand that. I sometimes whine and complain about people whining, complaining. He goes to Hashem. He doesn't know what to do. I want to help these people, but they're just whining, complaining. Hashem says, I want you to take your staff. And there's a rock. And you're going to go to the rock. You're going to talk to the rock. And the water is going to come forth. So it says in the Torah, Moshe does what Hashem says. He picks up his staff, he goes towards the rock, but then all of a sudden there's a little bit of a change in the narration of what he does compared to what Hashem says. And instead of talking to the rock, he hits the rock twice, and then water pours forth. Now here's the question, and I love this question. It's such a good question that I heard. It's like, what does it make a difference to talk versus to hit a rock? Like, the rock can't talk back. It can't be, like, it's an inanimate object, you know? So, like, what does it really make a difference, Hashem, if I'm talking to the rock, if I'm hitting the rock? The point of the matter is, I'm taking my staff, I'm going to do what you want me to do, and the water's going to come forth. Hashem is not just happy with this, though, because he didn't follow the instructions. I said to talk to it, and you hit the rock. And then Hashem says something very powerful to Moshe. He tells them that because you did this, you made the people not believe in me. Basically, he's saying they're losing Emunah in me. They're losing Emunah, and also you didn't sanctify my name by hitting the rock when I told you to talk to the rock. Now, what's the difference between hitting something and talking to it? So, this is a question I get asked a lot, is how much effort should I put into something? How much Emunah and faith should I have, and how much effort should I put into something? Person's looking for a job, person's going on a date, they're having problems in their home, I don't know, they're trying to get their kid into a school. I can give you a number of ideas. For sure, livelihood is one, you know, dating is for sure one. There's lots of these kinds of things. The person says, how much effort should I put into versus how much should I just have Emunah, believe in Hashem, he's taking care of me and it's going to happen. There's going to be water pouring forth. So here's the deal. When a person's body is getting very tense and angry, and you're saying to yourself, I just need to do one more thing and then I'm gonna get the job. I just need to go on one more date and then that's the person. I just need to make one more phone call and then I'm gonna get, you know, the networking that I need to get this and get that done. I'm just gonna look for one more doctor and I'm gonna have that cure. And you're running around, your body's getting very, very tense and you're looking for that one more thing and it's just gonna happen. And I have to do so much and so much energy and so much time and so much emotion. That's hitting the rock. That's not sanctifying God's name. What is God telling us? You gotta talk to the rock. You have to be calm. And any effort that we do in life, you do it calmly. You do it, you take a deep breath, you drop your shoulders, you do it calmly, and there, like, knowing that I'm doing my effort, because you know what? We have to put in our effort. We're in this world to put in our effort. But when I'm doing my effort in a calm way, knowing that the effort I put in is not to get the result, right? But the effort that I in is because, okay, this is the effort that I have to do, and then the result's always in Hashem's hands, which of course Moshe knew. But he didn't sanctify God's name, possibly because the message here is you just have to just keep going and hitting something and then you're going to get what you want. Whereas maybe Hashem was trying to teach us here is you just have to talk. You don't have to make this huge thing also in order to do Kiddush Hashem. In order to sanctify God's name, you might think you have to go jumping into a fire. You might have to think that you have to go running and saving somebody's life in front of a car. No, that could sanctify God's name for sure. But here he's saying just talk. Do you realize that just your smile, just talking to someone, just asking a question, finding out how someone is, just making one phone call about a good job, just going on one interview, one date, just knowing that, you know what, I just have to do my effort calmly, with breath, and that in itself could be enough. Yes, of course, it can totally be enough to pour forth water. This is doing a Kiddush Hashem. This is sanctifying God's name. Every single day you have an opportunity to sanctify God's name. How? With the little small acts that you do in your life. With the little tiny things that are just a little tiny making an effort. This can sanctify God's name more than the big bang, than the big jumping into the fire can. It's the little things that count in life. Of course, they add up to big things. But But we can't say that those little things are not important. Sometimes you just gotta talk. And just like the rock anyways does not speak and it doesn't really matter. But it matters how we are when we're doing the action. Shabbat Shalom.